What's up, everybody? It's Adam here at Apache Village in Hazelwood, Missouri. Coming to you today with the Comet 18C. I'm going to go over a few things on this guy. After that, we're going to get into this guy behind me, and that's going to be our 20T Swift. Go over a few differences between the two of them. Go over a bunch of similarities. Let's get right into it. First things first, differences between, or should I say, this guy here on the Comet. You're going to be on the ProMaster Dodge Ram 1500 chassis. All right. You're going to have a gross vehicle weight of 8,550. Combined gross GCWR is 12,000 pounds, and we have a 3,500 pound hitch on the rear of it. So that's going to allow us to go through and tow everything that we need inside here. If we want to tow a small car behind it, or if we want to take a trailer or anything of that sort, you know, with a side-by-side, four-wheelers, dirt bikes, you know, you name it, we got it. We ordered this with the Thule awning on top of it. That's all across here. So that's the main awning that's here. It's all going to be electric that's up there. So you hit a button, that guy's going to come out. And then you're going to have your screen door that's going to be here. So that's going to take there and unzip that, so you can leave that side door open and not have to worry about any of your bugs or anything getting in there while we're camping out there. On the Comet, passenger seat swivels. The driver's seat does not. And the reason being is, when you look at this, the driver's seat's directly up against the back of that couch, which that couch actually folds out and makes into your bed. So that's why the driver's seat does not swivel on it, but the passenger seat does. But then up here on the front, on the ProMaster chassis, you got the 12-inch-ish infotainment center. It's going to do your navigation, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. We have the adaptive cruise control, all that good stuff. And then down here on the bottom, this guy here is actually a charger, so you can actually set your phone right in there, so that way you can keep hands-free, and you're going to be able to charge it for you wirelessly. Then on the side over here, we're going to have our 110 outlet, USB, USB-C ports that are there, and then also an old school 12-volt lighter. It's like a cigarette lighter that's there. So it's nice. They went to a new digital dash that's up on the front end of these guys. They're making this thing sort of like our Melbourne, which is on a Mercedes chassis. And then up top here, you got a bunch of storage that's there. And then above that, you got more storage that's up here. And also they'll put a 110 outlet that's inside there. So on this guy here, there's no propane. So one thing that Jayco's done is they went through and got rid of propane. So my generator is a 2,800 watt generator. Then I'm using the AquaHot, and that's actually going to use your gasoline as well. So therefore, you don't have to worry about having, you know, propane on here for your furnace or your water heater. And then you're like, oh man, we're out camping, you run out of water, or should I say propane, then you don't have to worry about it. We start running out of gas, it's easy enough. These guys, overall length on this guy, I believe, is like right at 18 foot. Yeah, 17 foot, 10 inches. I'm gonna go into every gas station that's out there and not have to worry about anything, and I'm gonna get fuel, pump this, get it right back going, and back on the road we go, and then back to camping. But let's run around the back side of this guy here. So on the back here, we have access to our bathroom. So you have your wet shower that's back here. You got your toilet that's there. This one actually has the Thetford toilet, cassette toilet. So I don't even have to have, you know, a dump hose or anything. I'm gonna take that cassette toilet right there. I'm gonna take that out, take it to a dump station, and I'm gonna dump it. It's like our old school pop-up toilets. It's nice because right here on the top of this, whoop, let's see if we can get that. That's showing green, might be tough to see. But when that goes red, that's telling you that your tank's full, you need to take it out and get it emptied. Then behind the toilet, we'll have our drop-down sink and our faucet that's there. And then we have the shower miser. So the shower miser, what that's going to do is it's going to help eliminate the cold water coming through the system when we actually are taking a shower. So I'm going to have hot water quicker inside of my shower. You got your mirror, you got a little vent that's up there on the ceiling. We have our light that's here. And then you got the curtain that goes all the way around. And then inside of here, I'll hop in there. You got your big storage cabinet for your hanging closets, and then all your drawers. And then these little guys here, these are going to go through and just push in and unlock the drawers. So you got 3 drawers that are there in the bathroom. So it's nice because I got a bunch of storage that's there. You don't have to worry about nothing. But then in your kitchen, you'll have your standard microwave, which is off of your inverter. So it's nice because our inverter, you can take and have that going, and you don't have to have the generator running or be plugged in for my my microwave to work. Then you got your 3 cubic foot refrigerator, and then we have the small freezer that's at the top up there. All right. Then, cool feature too is since we don't have propane on here, we have a true induction cooktop. So we just take that guy and we plug it in. As you notice, the cord's just hanging here. Reason being, this guy I can take outside. I want to take this and cook outside. So if I'm cooking bacon, you know, frying fish, anything of that sort, I can take all of that, take it outside, so I don't have the wife yelling at me that, you know, stinking up the camper inside of here. But then also, this guy right here, this little table is really cool. It's versatile. I can spin that around. I can have it sitting where I'm on the couch. I can have it to where I'm sitting directly on my seat over here. So, you know, if the wife's driving and I'm wanting to do some work going down the road, I'm sitting right there. Boom, we're ready to go. If not, we can take this. I can move this. And if, you know, if it's raining, you know, the wife and I can sit in here. We can play a game. We can play cards. We can put a puzzle together, whatever we may need. So it's nice because it is versatile. It just comes up and off. Undo the knob down here on the bottom. That lifts up and comes right off. You will have a 13,500 BTU air conditioner in here. And it's all thermostat controlled right over here by your thermostat. We will have our tank heaters. So you have black and gray freshwater tank heaters up there, water pump. And then, like I said, your hot water is coming from the Aqua Hot, which is going to go and produce the hot water off of gas. And then you'll have all of your monitor panel and everything up here. So that's the cool thing with these little guys is, you know, there's a lot to them, but there's not a lot to them. So it's really cool to be able to see these, you know, in person and, you know, get out here. And these are allowing us to go camping, go on a longer trip and not have to have some big monstrosity of a motorhome out there to, you know, have to worry about where am I going to park it? Where am I going to go? I can pull in any parking spot at any store and be just fine because I'll have my air conditioning, I'll have my furnace, I got hot water, I got my fridge, I got everything I need inside this guy. I don't have to worry about doing, you know, finding a place to park. So, but yeah, so that's this guy. We did order this with the 200 watt solar panel. So it does have the solar panel that's on the roof already for us. And that's going to help charge those batteries while we are, you know, going down the road or if we're parked off grid. It's nice because especially with that cassette toilet for boondocking, I can just take that tank and just go to a dump station and dump it wherever. And I don't have to find an actual true dump station, and I don't have to get the motorhome up and going if we're, you know, out in the middle of Colorado or if we're up in Canada and pull off the side of the road and do anything of that sort. So, but yeah, that's this on the Comet. Like I said, I'm going to get over into our Swift. Well, let's get into it. Here we go. So our Swift, big differences. This guy's on our Ram 3500 chassis. It's going to have 9,300 gross vehicle weight and 12,000 pound gross combined weight. Still has the 3,500 pound hitch on the rear of it. Big difference is the Comet is 17 foot, 10 inches long. All right, we're right at 18 foot. Our 20T over here is going to be 20 foot, 11 inches, so right at 21 feet. So difference is there. It is a little bit longer. It's going to have a little bit bigger of a chassis. That's why it's on the 1-ton chassis opposed to the 1,500 chassis. Then you still have the electric Thule awning on the top. I forgot to mention both campers have a 21-gallon fresh water tank. I'll get into black and gray when I get into the inside of this guy here. Difference is driver passenger seat both swivel on the 20T. So now I can have the driver passenger seat. If we are sitting somewhere for a long period of time, I can have them be engaged into our conversation. But same dashboard up front as it was on the Comet. Same storage that's up top up here. Differences in the kitchen. We go to a microwave convection oven opposed to just a microwave. Same refrigerator. A little bit more countertop space because I'm a little bit longer. We do have the wireless charger here. Pop up. Boom. 2 110 outlets, a USB and USB-C port that's there. Kitchen sink, same. Now this uses the Truma water heater. We use the AquaHot on the other one. There's really no big differences. They're both using the same fuel type. So we're no propane on these guys at all. Same 13,500 BTU air conditioner. Now on the 20T, these two couches that are here are going to fold out and make into one king size bed. So it's nice because if we do have, if it's just a couple going, I can make that into a king size bed. I don't have to make it into beds at all because I can sleep on this side, it's a twin size, sleep on that side, it's a single, and we're good to go. So if we do take this on, say we're going to a winery or a day trip and we got our friends back here, we can sit 3-4 people on each side and then have the driver and passenger. So you're going to be able to fit a lot more people in here if we wanted to go to it. On the Swift, you're going to have a little bit nicer cabinetry inside here. These are going to be all the European style cabinets that are all rounded. I'll get back here so you can see that. So they're all rounded, and then the lock hinges are on the bottom of it. Where on the Comet, it's on the little black button that's in the front of it. So this will give us a much cleaner, sleeker look that's inside of all these cabinets that are here. So we're going to have a little bit more storage. But when it comes down to it, a lot of similarities in here. Again, this guy here has an actual black tank. And I'll get into the size of that here in 1 second. And then back here in the back corner, we still have the same closet. So bathroom's very, very similar, but just a hair bit different because we have a black tank instead of the cassette potty. On these guys here, the Swift is going to be upgraded to the switch panel that's here. So you can take and have your master lights come on and off, hit a button, all your lights go off, hit a button, all your lights come back on, extend and retract on your awning, all your main lights, step lights. So a little bit nicer, a little bit fancier features on this guy compared to the Comet. So when you get into them, it's like, all right, well, what's my big differences? And a lot of it is the chassis. 2 is going to be, shortness. Let's see, check this. Black tank's 12 gallons. The Comet has 6 gallons in that cassette toilet, where this has going to be an actual tank that's underneath of it. So we'll give you a dump hose and everything that's ready to go for that. Passenger and driver's tank are going to be swiveling. And then one thing I forgot to show you is this will actually be controlled by your Firefly. So we come up here and this will be your Firefly. This is like what you see on our big diesel pushers that they use. This is in our Jayco Precept as well. We started using this guy here too. So it's nice because I can get into this thing and I can do a bunch of stuff. But just, from looking at it right here, it's very simple. We can turn the lights on and off, check our black, our gray tanks, and then water pump, tank heaters, tell our batteries, 13 volts for my house, 13 volts for my chassis battery. And then you can get into it and, turn on your air conditioner, turn on your furnace, do your lights. You got a setting that can control a bunch of stuff that's inside of here. So when it gets into it, again, you may have seen me on a few of the other videos talking about this, is I can, really get into depth detail on the detail of the diagnosis that I can do on this camper, but I don't need to get into that just yet. So we can always do that at a different time. But yeah, so that's that's the Comet and the Swift in a nutshell. The cool thing about it is they are both here. They're both smaller units. I can get off grid. They both have the solar panel on the roof of them. And you don't have to worry about, finding a parking spot for it. And like I said, you can pull over, into a Walmart parking spot. You might want to check with them. I've heard some rumblings that they want you to call first. But, being in one of these, it looks like a regular van. And, it's don't put your awning out. But I didn't say that, right? But yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, anything that you'd like to see on these guys specifically, feel free to throw them down in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like and share button. Also, come up here and see why we say go one better, go Apache Village. Until next time, guys, I'll see you soon.